Welcome back to the channel, you Safemoon millionaires. My name is Ishaan, and in this video, we're going to be breaking down Safemoon's full technical analysis, price target, and my exact strategy to profit because we've been absolutely nailing these reversals. I mean, from our call out just a couple days ago, we're up 300%, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video so you don't miss anything. And with that being said, if you want to learn technical analysis for yourself, be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below. Alright, so before we jump into the technicals, let's talk about some of the news because there's been a lot, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, we hit 1.7 million holders just 2 hours ago, which is absolutely insane. I mean, it's been about a month and a half, 2 months, and we're already at 1.7 million holders. And I know a lot of people have been saying the hype's gonna die down, Safemoon is no longer mainstream. Well, this just proves them wrong. Every day that goes by, it's more and more trending in the news. I mean, even yesterday, good old Safemoon was trending like number 4 or number 5, something like that on Twitter, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. It's getting more mainstream. A lot of celebrity endorsements are coming through. People are catching on to it. And apart from that, Safemoon now has more watchers on CoinMarketCap than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the holy grail of cryptocurrencies, guys. And now Safemoon is way ahead of it in terms of viewers. Now, one thing that comes along with all this interest is that tokens are being burnt as people sell, but demand is increasing. What many people are missing is that when you sell Safemoon, a percentage of those tokens are burnt. And so if you think about it, tokens are being burnt, but demand is increasing. So, you just do the math. Less supply, more demand equals higher prices. And, that's why I think we're seeing this recent rally. And guys, there's just so much more news coming out. We got our CertiK approval. There's so many more things coming out in just the next few days. So just based on the fundamentals alone, there are a bunch of catalysts that could send Safemoon a lot higher. Alright, so now jumping into the technicals, I just want to congratulate some of you guys. I've been receiving a bunch of DMs about you guys nailing the bottom. We nailed the bottom right over here. We called the breakout, right over here as well. And then on yesterday's update, I told you guys that if we broke above this resistance level at 583 and turned it into support like we did on that red candle right over here, I told you guys to expect a large move up to all-time highs. We're up like, what is that, about 200-300% from these lows down over here. So honestly, congrats to you guys that profited. And again, make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss any more of our accurate breakdowns. Now, apart from that, volume is increasing, which is always great to see. Healthy volume essentially shows a lot of demand and a lot of interest and a lot of people actually participating in the trading, which is always great to see. You always want to see healthy volume. Apart from that, right now we can see we're facing somewhat of a resistance at this level right here at 813. But, this is a very small resistance level, so I think we easily retest these all-time highs where we'll definitely see a bunch of profit taking. But overall, the trend is still looking bullish. As we can see, we're continuing to hold the 9 EMA, which is the blue line. The reason I love the 9 EMA is essentially the EMA lines calculate the short-term average price of any security. So the fact that, Safemoon's above it and holding it as support shows that buyers are willing to pay a premium compared to Safemoon's shorter-term average price. Now, we are overbought on the RSI, and the red MACD line has crossed below the green signal line, showing that buyers are starting to lose their steam and lose some of their momentum. But honestly, I'm not too worried. What I expect is a little pullback before an ultimate breakout higher, and we can expect to see the RSI also dip down at the same time. If you just take a look like right over here, we pushed up, we formed a high. Guess what happened? The RSI dipped down a little and boom, we exploded higher. Here we made a new high, we pulled back down, RSI came down, we exploded even higher. So what I'm anticipating is that we'll definitely face resistance up at this level. We might get a small little pullback and then the RSI dips down, but overall there's a lot of bullish momentum behind Safemoon right now, as we'll see. Now, for some reason the daily chart is glitching out a little bit on Dex Guru, but basically we finally completed our double bottom. Yesterday, like I talked about, we had almost like a double bottom, not exactly, but we had somewhat of a double bottom here. We had our neckline right above this level, and that's why yesterday I told you guys the moment we break above this 583 level, expect a massive breakout. And now that we've broken the neckline, it's very easy to anticipate further upside. So now that you get a rough understanding of the technicals, let's break down my price target and my exact strategy to profit. Now, if you're looking to be adding more to your Safemoon position, what you want to be watching for is a break above this top resistance line. The reason being it's our all-time highs. Obviously, we're going to be facing resistance. So what you want to wait for is a break above, a pullback that validates the 9 EMA as support, and you want to be buying into that. Like yesterday, even when I called the breakout, I told you guys you want to be waiting for the breakout, a pullback to the 9 EMA that validates it as support, and boom, look what happened. We exploded even higher, right? By validating the 9 EMA as support, it shows that buyers are committing to the trend and, avoids the likeliness of a false breakout. Because many times they'll push up and guess what happened? It'll drop back down. So to avoid a false breakout, you want to wait for Safemoon to confirm that it's turned the 9 EMA or this, resistance level into support. As for my price target, let's place in some fib lines just for a second down to these lows. We can see how, the fib lines have been acting as levels of resistance and support. Right over here, we are finding support at this fib level. Right over here, resistance up over here. So, the fib levels have been acting as, classic levels of support and resistance. Now, based on our fib levels, it's actually totally possible we head up all the way to these highs here at, 353 and basically knock off a zero. The reason being is that, if we scroll back to the beginning of Safemoon, if we actually see how high it's been gone from its lows, we can see that Safemoon from its lows is up about 1300%, which is insane. So now if we in a way replicate that move, based on the fib levels, just based on the fib levels, we can see that the very top from these recent lows is about 1300%. It's about 1200% as well. So in a way, if we replicate that moves, it's very likely that we could in a way complete the second wave. We got our first wave and then we've come down before we replicate it and create our second wave. I'll be totally honest, that's going to be very hard to do. Without some real celebrity endorsement or some real major developments in Safemoon, that's going to be hard to do in the short term, but I definitely think this is a long-term price target to keep in mind. Something probably a little more realistic is, let's say, from these lows, we ran up about, 500%, right? We ran up about 500%. So, something like that is more realistic. We made a 500% move here, and now from these lows, if we did end up running about 500%, we could end up running up to these top fib lines right up over here, up to about 1387, which is quite a big move. I mean, we'll be essentially knocking out an entire zero. So those are definitely the key levels I can see Safemoon hitting on a break higher. If we break above, we can come up here to about 141 easily. If we break above this top resistance line up over here, I think we make new highs up to this level here at about 141, and above that we can probably continue even higher up to about 220. So I think that's very likely on a break higher. So with that being said, guys, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below if you want to learn technical analysis for yourself and a lot of other advanced trading strategies. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, clocking out for now. Peace.